Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to go ahead and show you a hinge movement exercise which I call cherry pickers. That's how I've known it growing up, but it goes by various names, so whatever you want to call it, that's totally fine. Now real quick, cherry pickers is, apart from being a hinge movement exercise, it also focuses on your trapezius muscles as well as your shoulder muscles, your lower back muscles, and your hip muscles. So it is a very good exercise to do if you are trying to target any of those muscles. Apart from showing it to you, I'm also going to go ahead and show you a progression for it, so a way to make it harder, and a regression, so a way to make it easier. So starting off, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do the exercise. Now it's very simple. All you're going to do is get a nice little bit longer than shoulder width apart on your stance. You're going to get a nice, good, steady balance. Then from here, guys, you're just going to slightly bend your knees. It's just going to be a slight bend, not a squat. Again, it's a hinge movement. Then from there, you're just going to hinge at the hips and bring your arms forward and touch the ground 3 times, as I'm about to show you like this. So you're going to touch the ground 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to come back up. Now, as y'all saw with that one, each time I touch the ground, I move my hands back a little bit. That's why it's called cherry pickers. So I'm going to show you one more time. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and then up. Now, I like to come up and put my hands on my hips to finish the rep. You don't have to, but that's how I like to do it, just to tell myself that I finished the rep. So that's how you do it, guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the progression for it, guys. So one way to make this exercise harder, guys, is to add some weight to it. So you can go ahead and grab any loose weight plate that you have. I just grabbed this one. It's a 5, it's a 10. It's the first one I grabbed, but you can make it as heavy or as light as you want. And same motion, guys. All you're going to do is get a nice, little bit longer than shoulder distance stance. And then you can either hold it right here on your chest, or you can hold it out. I prefer to hold it out, but whatever feels more comfortable to you. And then once again, you're going to go ahead and do that motion of hinging at the hips and going down and touching the ground 3 times. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and then back up. And one more time. 1, 2, 3, then back up. Now, guys, the reason this is making it a little bit harder, and the reason this is a progression, is because since you're adding weight now, not only are you involving those muscles I mentioned earlier, but now you're also involving your arms and your finger strength as well to hold that weight. Now, let's say you want to take a step back, make this a little easier, work your way up. One regression you can do is simply reducing the height that you go down to touch the ground. So to do that, just grab a container or a box or whatever's around you. I went ahead, grabbed this container. You're just going to place it in front of you, and now you're going to do the motion again, but instead of touching the ground, you're going to go ahead and touch the container or whatever you're grabbing. So that way it's a little bit easier. You don't have to hinge down as much, and you can work your way up. So it's going to look the exact same. So up at the top, and then arms out, and then 1, 2, 3, then up. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and then up. As you can see, guys, I didn't have to go down as far. Now, a big thing when you do this regression is you want to try and keep that back as straight as possible so you don't mess up your back, don't mess up your posture. And once again, a big thing to remember when doing this exercise, guys, is to have a slight bend in your knees. You don't want to have a big bend. This isn't a squat. Once again, it's a hinge movement. But you want to have a slight bend in your knees so that way you don't lock out your knees. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching.